Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove NCB management from their credit report. Actually, in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So, if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that NCB management, actually any of the accounts on your credit report for that matter, are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues really that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. We work with a network of local attorneys that work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can absolutely help with that too. So just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description below, so you can find that there. But what I want to do now is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one that I put on here is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with NCB management? I put this one at the top of the list because a lot of times we have a ton of callers that this is the first question they ask because they're terrified that this could happen, and it makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get any jail time. So there's no need to worry about that. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So don't worry about that. Now, who is NCB Management, and why are they on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts or unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? An example would be, let's imagine that you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. NCB Management could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they, of course, don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So, these companies can make a lot of money. And, damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is, it's the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. But the thing is that, a lot of people don't realize this, again, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time paying the debt isn't actually in your best interest and really could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. Maybe you've gotten one of those. They could call a lot, call your family members, colleagues. And I should say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Let's see here. Should you negotiate a settlement with NCB Management? Well, settling your debt with NCB Management depends on your goal. Typically, I tell people if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason for that is, like I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, the accounts may be removed. And this is the perfect, win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. Let's see here. How do you remove NCB Management from your credit report? Great follow-up. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, having said that, the knowledge required to do that is a bit more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure it's done properly the first time and save the extra time, we're happy to take care of it. That's what we're here for. We've dealt with NCB management accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And, we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get NCB Management to stop calling you? Like I mentioned before, NCB Management calling is their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, get their return on investment, which means that the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you, settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will NCB Management try suing or garnishing my wages? NCB Management suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with NCB Management? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that NCB Management has purchased. They're governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem kind of complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can give us a call today and we can discuss your options. Again, you'll find our number in the description below, and that's all I have for today. So thanks so much.